First thing I do is I work more hours. Isn't that true? Right? Isn't that sort of the no-brainer? If I want to do more, I work more hours. We all sort of fall into that. And our weekends start to go. And in real estate, by the way, people with real jobs need you when? Evenings and weekends, right? Which makes it very difficult for you to structure your week and your day and time block, like all those coaches talk about, when you have to be reactive to people with real jobs. So that's the first thing we do, is we put in more hours. The second thing we do is we hire help. For a realtor, typically that's an assistant or it's a buyer's agent, right? It's generally what we do. More and more companies now have transaction coordinators. Thankfully, that's a great way to sort of delegate some of that. But the third thing is what I call the third variable, and it's one-timing. Anybody familiar with this term? One-timing? Michael Gerber wrote about it in The E-Myth, and his idea is take something that you see yourself doing over and over and over, especially if it's a low payoff activity, as compared to a high payoff activity. As real estate agents, tell me quickly, what would you consider to be a high payoff activity? Say it again. Closing? Doesn't get much better than that. Right? Presenting offers, negotiating contracts, listing presentations, showing property. Kind of depends on where you are, in that whole game. There's a good way to do it. Low payoff activities is pretty much everything else. Making copies, refilling brochure boxes, right? I mean, please, you should not be doing that stuff, and we've heard that preached for years. But one timing is this. Last night I flew in on United Airlines in Economy Plus. Now, at 6'3", legroom is important to me. I paid the extra money for Economy Plus. I'm not entirely sure I got a gift there. It was okay, but my knees are still touching, and thank goodness I've got this little netbook. I can't imagine working on a real laptop like yours. But in every flight, in every normal flight, you'll see flight attendants come out and they do their pre-flight briefing, right? And the quality of the pre-flight briefing is contingent upon how long the flight attendant's been with the company, whether or not they've had a good day, whether or not they're hungover, whether or not they had a fight with their spouse. Am I right? So the quality of the pre-flight briefing suffers. Airlines have figured out, like for transcontinental flights and things, we're going to videotape it. We're going to go into a studio. The monitors drop out of the ceiling. We're going to go into a studio for 3 days. We're going to hire actors and actresses. We're going to script it. We're going to run it through the sales prevention department or the legal department. Thank you. And then we'll shoot it, and we'll show it hundreds of times a day, and then we have like the best pre-flight briefing every time, right? That's one time. So what I want to challenge us all to be thinking about in this room is, what are some of the things that I could one time, that I do over and over again, that there would be an easier solution for? That's what many of these top people do. So it starts with systems, right? If I'm going to one-time things, it's typically going to be systems. And systems are simply the repeatable processes that allow us to